As many of you know, Geometry Dash was the foundation of this channel. I wouldn't have gotten my 250 or more subs that I currently have if it wasn't for the live streams and videos I had based around it. But, like with many other games, I ended up quitting because I wasn't enjoying the game anymore. However, I still feel like I owe this game a fair, objective review, not based so much on my own personal feelings. Warning, you may not get some of the things I mention without prior knowledge of the game. Geometry Dash is an indie game by Robert Topala, better known as RobTop. It is a 2D platformer with a lot of content. I was introduced to this game quite a while back by CrossShot, who convinced me to get the free version. I enjoyed it quite a lot and decided to get the full version, marking the beginning of my Geometry Dash career. However, as time went on, I started to see more and more bad with the game. My interest in it fell quickly, leading to the quitting I mentioned earlier. This review should uncover why I lost interest in it so fast, but I will still start with the positives I see. It's really cheap. You can get it on mobile for $2 or on Steam for $4. There are also a stupid number of free versions. I think there's 4 now. Why not just combine them into one game? The game is massive. With all of the user-created levels, and all of the different things to customize said levels, you can't run out of things to do. The level editor adds even more content, as you always have room to improve as a creator. The level editor is fully fleshed out, and you have all the tools that the developer has to create the main levels. If you know how to use it, which you probably don't, you can make really amazing levels. I could give examples all day of levels pro creators have made that make Geometry Dash level creation seem like an art form. The levels are arranged into different tiers of difficulty, from built for a 2-year-old, known as easy, to you'll never be able to beat this, known as extreme demon. There's always a next step for you to increase your skill. There are many different types of rewards you can earn from completing certain tasks, such as currencies like diamonds and mana. These rewards unlock achievements, character customizations, and more. Plus, your statistics are very well tracked, and you can see how much you're progressing quite easily. The controls are quite smooth and responsive, and a lot can be done with them as shown by the most difficult levels in the game. The game is dying a painful death, and the community is pretty much being eroded. It almost seems like the only people who are going to be left soon are clickbait channels like Guitar Hero Styles, and people with 100 stars still playing on light. Many of the biggest players have quit the game, such as Trusta, Noctifly, Sonix, and the list goes on and on. The community is also toxic in some places when people try to make Geometry Dash drama, but every game has this, so it isn't such a big deal. When a game never changes, never has more content added to it, nobody wants to play it anymore. Granted, the updates are gigantic when they eventually do come out, but why don't they just come out as small, maybe monthly updates? I think people would stick with the game more if that happened. There are so many hackers, and nothing much is being done about it. This just feeds into the previously mentioned drama, when people try to expose others for hacking, until the hackers finally come out with annoying, lukewarm confession videos. A lot of the levels are very simplistic and generic, and the art-worthy levels that I mentioned earlier are few and far between. And that's just out of the levels that get star rated. Don't even get me started on how bad the rest are, including some of the ones I had uploaded. But worst of all, some of the best levels don't even get noticed. This is more of a nitpick, but some things don't seem very finished. Every once in a while you'll encounter some random minor bug in the menus, or you'll see that a help screen hasn't been finished. It doesn't really take much away from the game, but it's still somewhat annoying. Don't get me wrong, this is a good game. All of the positives I've mentioned are important and add to the quality of the game. The thing is though, there's nothing that makes people want to stick with it. The game is just getting boring for everyone, which is why all the positives are barely enough to outweigh the negatives. I'm giving this game a 6 out of 10 because it's a good game, but why would anyone want to play it?